Welcome to the Know, I'm Meg Turney. Here's your roundup for Thursday. If you're worried about whether or not all the big reveals from E3 have already been leaked, think again. Apparently there are still some pretty big surprises left in store for us gamers. Jeff Keighley, who will be hosting some of the festivities for YouTube next week, sent out a flurry of tweets last night calling this year's E3 lineup, quote, perhaps the best lineup we've ever had. He also promised big surprises for the show and went so far as to say, y'all aren't ready for what is about to happen. I've been to all 22 E3s. 22! So, yeah, guess he's a little bit hyped. It's hard to imagine what else could be in store given the fact that pretty much everything has leaked this week, but you know, everyone always seems to keep a couple of things under wraps long enough to make it to the big stage. Hopefully, it's Usher. We'll just have to see next week. One big surprise that probably won't be at E3, Kingdom Hearts 3. Surprise. No one's surprised at all. This news comes, by the way, from Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8's trailer. The final moments of the trailer show a screen promising that Kingdom Hearts 3 announcements will be coming in the winter, which doesn't bode well if you're hoping to get news next week, unless, of course, they mean like Australian winter, which is right now. And if you're confused about what the hell Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 actually is, it's actually a compilation of some confusingly named Kingdom Hearts games. According to the press release, it also includes a completely new playable episode in Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep, a fragmentary passage. So, yeah, cleared right up for all of us. Thanks, Square Enix. Over the last few months, Blizzard's been caught up in a bit of controversy over their big shutdown of one of the biggest legacy WoW servers left on the web. We covered that back when it was shut down. We've been talking about it for a while. Now, though, the company has met with the project manager for the Nostalrius server, who calls himself Viper, by the way, to talk about the possibility of an official vanilla WoW servers from Blizzard. Now, according to Viper, the meeting lasted for 5 hours and actually even included CEO Mike Morhaime and WoW game director Tom Chilton. For those hoping Blizzard is going to change their stance on allowing players to experience vanilla WoW without any of the updates, it does sound like they're up to it, like maybe they're a little open to it, but it is really hard to do at their level of polish. Viper said that while Blizzard has the original code from early WoW, many other things have been lost over the years, like maps, models, a number of other resources which they've had to rebuild in the past few years. So when you consider the fact that Blizzard would probably only do something hard if it was going to make them a lot of money, yeah, maybe don't count on the vanilla servers anytime soon. But hey, it is nice that they met with them, so keep the hope alive. A couple of the industry's biggest developers have said they might be done with console exclusives. Yesterday, Alan Wake and Quantum Break developer Remedy announced that they're currently working on 2 new AAA level games. However, one of them will be with a brand new partner. Considering that they've only been working with Microsoft for the last few years, that seems to indicate they're maybe going multi-platform with at least one of the 2 games, or maybe they're going like console exclusive with just Sony. Ooh, controversy. If you've got your hopes up that one is Alan Wake, by the way, think again. They said that neither of those games will be from that franchise. Darn, I think only Caden is disappointed. Microsoft's not the only company losing console exclusives. Next up, Sony. See, they're gonna get theirs too. Supermassive, the developers behind the survival horror game Until Dawn, also said they're done with exclusivity. Speaking with MCV, Pete Samuels, the managing director at Supermassive, said, quote, we've worked closely with Sony for as long as the studio has been around, so the past 8 years. He went on to say, but yes, we are an independent studio and we are keen going forward to bring our games to wider audiences than we have in the past. So, seeing as how the company found loads of success with Until Dawn at the expense of one of my collectible controllers, growing the audience even bigger across all platforms seems like a good idea. Not really a surprise there, but still, did it have to be you, Supermassive? Did you have to betray Sony? You're not betraying them. Bring it to everyone. Games are for everybody. Everyone feeling the Marvel Cinematic Universe hype now has even more reason to be excited. Josh Brolin is apparently talking up Marvel's upcoming Infinity War movie. The actor playing Thanos spoke with MoviePhone in a recent interview saying he was absolutely blown away by the script. And if you're thinking, yeah, he's an actor, it's his job to talk about the movie he's in, well, Thanos has you covered there too, bro. Brolin said, see, bro. Anyway, Brolin said sometimes you go around and you go, oh, it's a great movie, or this is a great experience, and you kind of know that it's not. This is the opposite. So yeah, most of the time he's lying about the movies he's in, but this time he's not lying, guys. Bro would never troll you like that. Brolin went on to gush even more about Infinity War, saying he, quote, had goose pimples pretty much 50% of the time that I was listening to what was going on. So, 50% goose pimples in 2018 for Infinity War. But then 50% maybe like paying attention to the waitress who's taking your order. I don't know what the other 50% is. Some fans experienced a totally different kind of goose pimples. They're goosebumps. Like, pimples is such a gross word for them. The bad kind, apparently. The goose pimples kind. We'll call the goosebumps the good kind. After some new photos of another actor in an upcoming comic book film hit Instagram this week, J.K. Simmons, who will be playing Commissioner Gordon in Warner Brothers' attempt to not ruin Justice League, is apparently getting jacked as fuck. It looks like a really ripped Master Roshi now. The pictures were posted by trainer Aaron Williamson, who's also trained Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who I love, congratulating Simmons on his hard work. And by judging by the pictures, it has been very hard work, because seriously, this is where you wrote a Master Roshi joke in, but I already said it, because that's what I really thought. Who knew? Why Commissioner Gordon needs to be so friggin' ripped he's more muscular than God is basically anybody's guess, but it's Zack Snyder, so, you know, there's that. The only reasonable explanation would be that if the Gotham Police Department uniforms were created by the same costume designer as Magic Mike, or maybe, like, Batman just isn't even in this film, and Commissioner Gordon's like, I got this! Yeah. Not gonna happen. It's not really a great way to move from Magic Mike to Mortal Kombat, but yeah, you know, whatever. We tried our own segue, it didn't really work. I did the Batman voice, nobody cares. One Mortal Kombat pro player, Brad Scar Vaughn, found himself on the end of a rather odd contract when he joined esports team Panda Global. Apparently, Panda Global wants to run a very PG esports team, so they included a clause in Scar's contract which banned him from using fatalities in any Mortal Kombat tournaments. Now, in addition to that, because it gets even crazier, they also required Scar to exit any match he lost if someone he lost to was performing a fatality on him. So, you know, maybe if you guys are concerned about violence, maybe don't pick up a Mortal Kombat player. I don't understand why you would do that. Just a thought. It's like taking out part of the game. And also, why would you agree to that? I guess maybe, sure, you would agree to that because you're an esports player and you want people to pick you up. Fortunately, it does seem that Panda Global finally did see reason after this story broke, because we made fun of it a lot in this room. They have since rescinded that part of Scar's contract, so this whole story is just like, hey, wasn't that crazy? It was all a dream! All right, that's all the roundups for this week. Let us know. I think I made that joke yesterday, too. Let us know what big surprises you think are in store for E3. What do you think about Vanilla WoW servers? All that Master Roshi jokes that I made too early in the comments. Speaking of too early, very Master Roshi view. For all the news and updates for every corner of the internet, remember to like this video and subscribe to the Know. Yeah, I had a lot of coffee this morning and didn't know we should really read the scripts ahead of time, because sometimes we make the same jokes, Eddy.
The whole end of that was like landing a plane that's on fire.
That's my whole career, Eddy, is landing a plane that's on fire. There's a tit hanging out somewhere. Who knows?